Oops, 5 minutes late. I was doing something. There ain't nobody in here. It don't matter, I suppose. Hey, what's up, Uncle Lou? How you doing? Sorry, I was texting old dirt bike racing kid. I don't know if I know any farmers. A good kid, really fast dirt bike racing dude. Hey, morning, Uncle Lou. What's up, man? You see when Nancy Pelosi's retiring? Not soon enough, but at least it's happening, I suppose. You know what I mean? But yeah, she's evil. I don't care what nobody says. Nancy Pelosi is an evil human being. Good riddance. Does that make me a bad person? Probably. I don't care though. She's evil. She has stolen more money from this country. Hell, maybe I'm just jealous, you know what I mean? Oh crap. My mom had this plant. I think I got that upside down. For 30 years. That cat ripped all the leaves off of it one night. So I cut some cuts off of it, and we'll see if we can get it sprout. I got about 4 of those in different jars. Yeah, she is, man. She's evil. She's the second most evil woman to serve besides Hillary Clinton. And blatantly inside trades. And is probably responsible for a lot of the laws and stuff that made it where they could trade. And that was just the American people sleeping on it. You can't blame her. They let her do it. Like Trump said when they were having that debate. They were having the debate, and Hillary Clinton busted on him about something about taxes, that he didn't pay this and that or whatever. And he said, well, you guys passed the laws. I just play by them, or I just use the laws that you all passed. Don't fault me for it, which he's right. Oh man, I need to go fishing this weekend. I really need to, but I don't know if it'll get to happen or not. I think it's supposed to drop already. Let's check the weather guy, see what's supposed to happen. Oh, it's gonna rain today. Yeah, it's definitely gonna rain today. Sun at 7, it looks like, and then from 8 to 10, pretty high chance of rain. It's only going to be, well, it looks like afternoon. It's not going to be bad. 63 with some sun. That's fishable, isn't it? if I get this report done. Oh man, look at Sunday. 24 for the low and 41 for the high. That's not good. And then we cruise into Monday. 24 for the low, 36 for the high with the little snowflake guy there. Oh man, that's definitely not good. Shit, it's gonna snow already. I want to move to Florida, man, in the wintertime. And it's not gonna get much better all the way through next Thursday. It's I guess I better get some long pants and stuff out. Oh, really? Nice. School function. Who's in school? Who you got in school, man? Grandkids? Oh, I don't know about that cat, man. He's gonna die one of these days. I don't see anything good in the news. Nobody got killed in my hometown, so. Oh, though I did. Oldest grandkid, cool. I did see. Someone was talking yesterday about the neighborhood I first bought my first house in. I was married. One street over from where my house was, they had a police standoff yesterday. I haven't seen anything in the news or on the newspaper about it, but they were talking about it on Facebook yesterday. People that live there, you know, a couple of them that I still know still live there, and they were talking about it. The heck we got going on here? Oh crap! Gonna be that kind of morning, huh? No. Oh, I do got a new computer chair coming. Oh, I don't know when. I think it's coming Thursday or something like that. I don't remember now, but it's a nice, big, nice computer chair. I figure if you're gonna buy one, you might as well buy one that's gonna last. You know what I mean? This one here, I don't know how many years. I probably had it 4 years, but it's history. It's arriving Tuesday. That's it. I had to order a printer cable for my printer because it's been wireless, but I'm gonna have to run cord up to the computer because it's just not been reliable on the wireless printing. When I need to print something, it just says not connected, and then I gotta go through all kinds of crap just to get it connected. It's like, yeah, we probably better get something done with this. What is the date today? Let's see here. The 7th. There's the 6th. This is the 7th. Okay. Anybody ever ate these before? If you haven't, do yourself a favor, man. I think I got them at Walgreens or something like that, but they're the bomb. At least for me, anyway. They're the bomb. Hey, good morning, Mark. How are you, buddy? It's good to see you today. Oh, I don't know how long I'll be on. No, I don't think I've even started it yet. I just got the comps and stuff pulled yesterday. Let's see. Yeah, I just got comps and stuff pulled. It's not even started yet, so I gotta. Let's see. I got to pull comps, or I got them pulled. I got to go take pictures of them. Maybe. I'm trying to get a hold of. I'm doing an email to the lender because some lenders are just taking MLS comps now, and some aren't. I know FHA changed their guideline. You don't have to go take the pictures anymore. Well, technically, you're supposed to drive by them, but you don't have to use. You can use MLS pictures, which driving by them is stupid. especially in town. Most of the times, like Muncie, for instance, I lived there my whole life. When I worked at the cable company, I was probably on every single street in that town in 15 years, I'd say. So there's not very many places I haven't been before. So when, I pull up a comp, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that house. Heck, I put cable in it 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Why do I need to drive by and take a picture of it? Anybody know when you apply for Social Security how I got, let's see, what's this, November, December, January? I got 2 months and some. A lot of policemen do that too. And I didn't know it because I was trying, because the first thing I usually do when I get an appraisal request is pull the map on Google and look at it if it's got a street view. A lot of the rural ones don't, and I had one in Newcastle one time, and I pulled it up, and I kept, going where it was supposed to be, and I kept it blurred out, and I'm like, damn, man. And so that way I do that so I know what I'm going to get into before I accept the appraisal. You know what I mean? And when they're blurred like that, I can't tell what the house is and whether I want to do the appraisal or not. But the one I had ended up being a cop, and he said most all us cops have our houses blurred out. I'm like, really? And I actually just had one yesterday in farmland that was like that. It was blurred out. So that's funny you said that. But yeah, you can do that. All you gotta do is go in and request it, right? I don't have, nothing to. I suppose the FBI are and CIA, they already know where I live, so it don't matter, I suppose. Because I got to be on somebody's list somewhere. Wasn't going to go live today, but. Oh, really? Once it's done, you can't undo it? I didn't know that. That's wild. So if that cop sells that house and moves, it'll still be blurred out then. That's wild. Really interesting. But this house I'm doing, it's in kind of a neighborhood that's kind of in transition. Okay, it's got a bunch of old 2-story houses in it, and a lot of them, it was kind of a not a bad area, but one you wanted to make sure your stuff was locked up and you weren't, walking around at night and stuff like that. But it's in the transition now. So I go see this house, and it's completely rehabbed. It's nice, real nice actually. And I'm looking at the street thinking, man, you got to be kidding me. I remember when the real estate crash, like 5 years after, there were houses there you could buy for $5,000 or $6,000. This thing's got a $200,000 price tag. And so when I went to look for comps yesterday, I was like, oh crap, there's actually quite a few. What I was looking for was houses within a mile of it that have been rehabbed like that are all brand new inside and out. And I found some. I was pretty amazed actually. And now there's some cells that are closer to this house. Morning, Rowdy Roy. How are you, buddy? But they're not what you call comparable because they haven't been redone. But this neighborhood's in the transition where people are starting to rehab houses in it. So 10 years from now, it'll be a nice neighborhood with quite a few rehabbed homes. So I was actually kind of, pleasantly surprised that I found actually more than 3 comps that were, redone and sold for a decent price. So now all I got to do is put the report together, but I got to find out if they're going to have me go shoot comps because there's this lender, one of the people, or the AMC is who it is. It's not the lender, the appraisal management company who sends me the work. Okay. And some of the lenders they use, when you read the STIP sheets, which is basically the requirements. Okay. You going back to bed, Mark? All right, brother. Thank you for stopping in. I was reading one of them and it says, you know, you can use MLS photos if you want to, but I don't know if this is one of them because the guide, their stip sheet's just not very long. So I thought, do you take the chance and just do the report with MLS photos? And if they don't want them, send it back and I'll go take the pictures. Or, you know, I don't know because it's probably 23 miles over there and 23 back. So that's what, almost a 50-mile round trip, thereabouts. So I don't know. I don't know. What I know is that I don't know. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save their soul. Let's see, I gotta check something here real quick before. Okay, we're still good there. Then that'll work. Is there any fishing tournaments this weekend? Isn't there the golf one or whatever? Is that this weekend? Or I know I put the notify me on it, but I don't. You got to shut that stuff off on your mind, man. There's some good stuff out there that'll do that for you and actually not make you too groggy the next day. Oh, I know. I was asking about applying for my Social Security. I probably should get on that pretty soon, shouldn't I? I went to do it on the web page. Oh, it's been a month or so ago, and you're filling it out, and you get to a point where it asks, are you applying for Social Security or are you applying for disability? Okay, and I check Social Security and hit next. And the next thing that comes up, it says, well, how long have you not been able to work? And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. You know, I'm not applying. Morning, Curtis. I'm not applying for that. You know what I mean? That's what they ask you when you're applying for disability, right? So I go back, start it over, do it again, and every time it sends me to that thing. Well, I don't know what to put on there because I have never not been able to work. You know what I mean? So I think I'll just give them a call. I think you can do it over the phone, even. You know what I mean? Yeah, working with SSI is not any. I went through 3 months of working with them, trying to get dad in a nursing home. Actually, it was this time last year, and no, he was already in this time last year because I was having my hernia surgery. So yeah, it was this time last year, and I spent 3 months pulling my hair out trying to deal with those people, and I need to get on it with moms before the time comes that I have to have it done. In fact, I got the stuff here. I need to fill that. But man, it's such a pain in the ass to do. You got to pull like 6 months worth of bank statements and all kinds of crap. I need to put this hat in the dishwasher. That's what I need to do. But I was going to put my airborne pin on it. Yeah, baby. I was a part of that air assault unit. Dope on the rope. But I think I'll put it in the dishwasher today. It's all sweat stained and everything's it. That's from my fat self sweating so much. What was I just thinking of doing? Something. Oh, and then I got an order came in for 2 houses over in farmland. And it's from that local bank. And it has the guy's contact name, but it's the same guy for both houses. Well, he can't live in both of them. So one of them has to be an income house. You know what I mean? So I called him to set up the appraisal and come find out they're both income homes. So I emailed these idiots over at the bank. I don't think they know what they're doing, and said, What do you want me to do about the fact these are rental properties? Do you want an income appraisal or do you just want a regular appraisal? It don't matter to me one way or the other. But if you want an income appraisal, it costs more because there's more work involved. And I guess I'll find out back from them sometime today, maybe. I don't think I've got an email from them yet. No. I don't see no email from them people yet. I did get a notice that I'm live now. Why do I get notifications from myself? That's stupid, isn't it? I don't know. All right, Gray Wolf, you're best off dealing with them getting an attorney, man. I know it sucks, but I think some attorneys work with you and they take payments out of the Social Security you get or whatever. And out of work 6 weeks, and what gets me about Social Security is you got to be out of work for a year before you can apply for disability. Who on earth? What do you do for a year before you can apply? Yeah, life's a bitch, man. Sometimes, and then you die. Sometimes you wish you'd die sooner. Me and J Dog talked about the car, and I explained to him the noise it's making and how loud it is or whatever, and he said that that right now it's not that bad that it could go for another year before it went, but if it gets louder, then we're going to have to change the axles, which I'd like to sell it or trade it in by then. I don't know. I have no idea, man. Sometimes you just trust God that something will happen. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. Maybe God will take care of it for me. I hope. We'll see. Cause J Dog said I could bring it down there, and me and him would do it in his garage. It'd be a lot easier because he's done it before. And I watched the video. It ain't that hard to do, but if you have someone who's already done it, you probably save a lot of time. But they're like 200 and some bucks a piece for them axles, and that's through Rock Auto, and you're not going to find anybody beats their price, I don't think. And so we'll see. I don't, I'm like, it's like tires, for instance. I buy all four at the same time. I don't, well, these two here are wore out in the front more than that. You know what I mean? For one, I don't rotate them enough. But anyway, something like that. Wheel bearings, for instance. If I was going to replace wheel bearings, well, if I'm doing one side, I'm going to do both sides. So would I not want to do that with the axles? I don't know. Do I do both of them or just one? Even though only one of them's making any noise right now. Jerry, hey, good morning, Mr. Powder Coater. How are you, buddy? Heading out the door. All right, man. Be safe today, all right? So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep driving until... The worst part is I had to put coolant in it yesterday or the day before, and I had to do it again 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to have to figure out where it's going. I don't see any, puddles or anything on the ground. So wherever it's leaking slow. And I looked, from the hood down, and you can't see anything. So I'm going to have to run it up on the car ramps and get up under it, I reckon. It's got to be, I would say, a hose between the little tank and where it goes into the system, because that right there, the cap that's on that little tank isn't sealed or nothing, so it doesn't have any pressure. Okay, so if it was one of the part of the system that has pressure in it and it leaks, it'd probably spray a little bit or something. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I got to find out where it's at, which sucks in my opinion. And it's just time to get rid of it, actually, to be honest with you. Benoit, ladies, a couple of my favorite people in the world. Out there killing it this year, man. You guys had a good year of fishing. Didn't I do a thing last Thanksgiving? I know I did on Christmas. And I was thinking I did on Thanksgiving for people who, didn't have family or whatever. They could come in, we'd all hang out. I can't remember. Morning, dog. I see you. There you are. Good morning, buddy. So I think I'm going to do that again. I don't know what we're doing as far as Thanksgiving. I don't know. I got a ham, but it's not going to. It's just going to be like me and mom, and I think maybe my nephew and his wife and son. So we could go to my son's, but that's a long ways over and back for mom. And they usually don't eat until late afternoon. So by the time we would eat and drive home, it'd be after dark, and she wouldn't do good in that situation. So we're not going over there, and I'm definitely not cooking it here for everybody. That's just not happening. Yes, that makes me a bad human being. I know that. No, it doesn't. Let's get another Red Bull today. I can't wait for my new computer chair, but I've done something really stupid during the summertime. Whenever I'd open the door to let the dog in and out at night, like moths and things like that would come in and they'd fly up around this light. Well, the cat would run up and jump up to the top of the chair here and try and get them. Why, I got my little zapper tennis racket thing and we made a game out of it. So now I'm thinking that probably wasn't a good idea, that I'm getting a new computer chair. And how am I going to tell the cat, dude, you can't climb up there and catch bugs no more? Not yet. It's brand new. And to show you why I'm getting a new computer chair, you can see the arms and stuff. See that? They're leather and crap, or fake leather, whatever it's called, is all off of them and everything. So it was due. I put it off long enough. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody save their soul. I know that last line ain't right, but it works for me not knowing any better. Goodness. Yep, sometimes you just got to take some NyQuil or something and put yourself out for like some Excedrin PMs or something, but they'll make you drag butt the next day. But sometimes it's worth it. Or smoke a big fatty if that's your pleasure. That'll put you to sleep in about an hour. Oh. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save my soul. Yeah, how long before New York City is under Sharia law? this isn't a biased article, is it? What a reporter found when she investigated U.S. military strikes on Venezuela drug boats. Yeah. Oh, identify some of the men killed in you mean the same men that were boating the poison to our country that's going to kill 1,000 people? Those men? Oh, man, fucking liberals drive me nuts, man. Yeah, we're supposed to feel sorry for these guys who got blown out of the water because they were bringing fentanyl to our country that's going to kill thousands. My brother OD'd on fentanyl, so I got no fucking pity for those people at all. Screw them. I blow them all out of the water. I don't care. And some libs got it done investigative journalism and talk to the families of the men that were in Venezuela who I think I'll put some comments on that one about my brother ODing on it and fuck them. Well, you can't do that anymore because YouTube won't let you post anything that even remotely is a bad word. What are you doing, Curtis? Oh, no, it's something I got to go back up here about Curtis choking on the pillow. The real Curtis would be choking on his pillow right there. Oh, dog. Yes, thank you. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save their soul. So I never, someone may have said the answer and I missed it. Isn't the golf tournament thing, fishing thing this week? I believe it is. What I think I want to do next year in spring maybe go down south and bluegill fish for them great big bluegills those guys catch. Man, because those things, I love eating bluegill, and I couldn't imagine, have them great big, you can't even fit them in your hand bluegill. You know how good those fillets would be. They got to be good. All right, be safe, ladies. Have a good day at work. No, I didn't say that. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's wrong. There's no such thing. Unless, of course, you're a professional athlete. Then, yeah, every day's a good day at work. But I suppose, like anything else, eventually you realize it's a job, and some days suck. And I would assume. I wouldn't know because I've never been afforded that opportunity. Yep, that's what it is. Exactly. No answer back. Doesn't answer me back. Never comes up anymore because I yelled at him one day. But he was interrupting, and the kids needed to stay at the kid table that day. He's definitely not ever coming up anymore now, is he? Yeah, Whisker Cup. Thank you, Rowdy. I couldn't remember the name of it. It looks like they're talking about rain and then snow flurries here. So if we see any form of white precipitation, I'm not leaving the house. It will be hibernation time. I better kill my camera while I smoke. So some people who are former smokers, that's hard on, and I have empathy for them because I wish I could be a former smoker. Did you? Yeah, it says we're supposed to get some today. It looked like, dog. So it's got to be coming from that. Everything I get comes from your area, doesn't it? Come to think of it. Yeah. I don't know if I like you. What up, Terry? We need the rain. I'm not even going to complain, even though it's getting in towards, late fall time now. But I mean, I went by the river the other day, by White River in town. There, I hadn't been by there in a while, man, dude. And it's not far from being dried up, actually. And so we need any form of precipitation we can get. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a Blake Lively claims $161 million damages due to it ends with us smear campaign, whatever that means, but $161 million. Really? Because they smeared your name? I don't know if I can do. I gotta do some uh, reading about this Tucker Carlson and thing and Ben Shapiro and all these people or something going on. They're mad at him or something. I don't know. Yeah, you know, and both sides are responsible for this shutdown in a way. And it really makes me mad that they use petty differences and it makes the American people suffer. And that being that petty really just pisses me. If you ever watch C-SPAN, you'd see how petty these freaking people are, man. But the one thing I agree with them about is they want to put in that illegal, that means people who don't come here legally, immigrants are not eligible for benefits. Social Security money, Medicaid, food stamps, none of that, no housing allowances. They're not, and the Republicans were wanting to implement that, which who knew they were getting it, but the Democrats said no, we're not going to stop that, and the Republicans like, oh yeah, we're going to stop it. That's think of that money could go put every homeless vet there is in a house just by stopping giving illegal immigrants benefits. I guarantee you they're making more money a month than I am. And it just makes me so mad. So that's one of the sticking points, and the GOP is not going to budge on it because they're the people they represent want it, and I happen to be one of them. If you come here illegally, how on earth do you get benefits that we got to hire a freaking lawyer to get? Just like Grace Stroke's going through right now. He's fighting tooth and nail to get it for his kid. He's an American citizen, but if you come here illegally, they just freaking sign you up for it at the border. And the GOP is trying to put a stop to that, and I agree with it. So, it's one of those. I don't know. You're on both sides of the fence. Ariana Grande, man, dude. She used to be smoking hot. I don't know if she still is or not, but she sure used to be. Ooh, that 70s show alum Danny Masterson's life has turned into a living hell while behind bars. You think? Oh, it's from the National Enquirer, so you got to take it with a little grain of salt. But, dude, you can't be out here raping women just because you're famous. You shouldn't have to, even. What's this thing? I guess it's an AI thing. It says generate key takeaways. So I'm assuming it gives you like the crib notes of what the article's about. Huh. 30 years. Oh, well, he ain't having such a hard time. He's struggling from depression. I thought he was struggling from people trying to kill him. Been shunned by many celebrity friends. Yeah, those aren't what you call friends in life, pal. Friends are the people who stand by you when you screw up. Huh. Yeah, exactly, dog. See, in Illinois, it's screwed all the way around because it's always, no matter what the people in the lower part of the state want, the voting block in Chicago is so big that it's going to remain Democrat controlled. Yep, I agree with you, man. Well, see, exactly, therapy. That's the one thing they're trying to do is to take this incentive away. That if you tell them, hey, by the way, when you get there, there ain't nobody giving you nothing. The free ride and surprise package box is no longer available. So you go ahead and try to get here, but you come in, you're on your own. Exactly. They want the illegal voters because they've lost their voting block, and that's what the whole thing behind Biden letting the millions of people in, was so they would have a new voting block. They pretty much turned their backs on the black community, and they're finally figuring it out. But yeah, if you take away that incentive package, because if you're living in some s-hole country and someone tells you, hey man, dude, all you gotta do is get through the border in America, you'll get a free house, you'll get food allowance, and you'll get X amount of money a month, more than they'd make in a year, probably a month. Oh, no kidding. Well, hell yeah, I'm going up. I'm gonna walk even if I have to. So that's another part of, besides the cost that it is to us, the taxpayer, the fact that it creates the incentive for more people to come. I'm with you. Hmm. The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. Boy, that's a throwback cult movie. Huh. Yeah. If you're gonna fly soon, cancel it. Air traffic controllers are down by 15% working. Yeah. My cousin's an airline stewardess, and she usually works on Thanksgiving because it's double time. Oh, exactly, Terry. Mom and them, they paid into that crap for 50 years and 30 years, and now they got to fight tooth and nail to get anything. I'm with you. Help the. I guess I'm just naive or just never really paid attention until I had to start dealing with mom and them. I just assumed that the elderly got their prescriptions included in their Medicaid or whatever and didn't have to pay for them. I assumed the elderly got taken care of, and I find out they don't. I'm like, well, that's bullshit. Every elderly person should get their medication paid for by the government, in my opinion, especially the ones who have worked their whole life. Yeah, yeah. Well, what do you do, man? You can only raise so much hell. And the other part is DC stopped listening to the people a long time ago, and it's our fault for letting them do it. Instead of holding their feet to the fire like we should have been, the average American just didn't care. They didn't pay attention. So, hell, they didn't care. They had a good job. And then NAFTA sells out the working class and kills the unions. And that was all done on purpose to bust the UAW, which was at the time was one of the biggest unions in the country. And I skilled trade unions I'm okay with, but my uncle and two of dad's good friends worked in the automobile factories, okay? And there were a lot of people that the union kept employed that should have been fired. A lot of people who, get drunk while they were at work and, you know, call in sick 2 times a week, every week or whatever, and yet they still get to keep their jobs after a year or two of doing it every week. Because they had the union standing behind them saying, no, you can't fire him just because he calls in sick. And the Delco over in Anderson, where my uncle worked, they tried to get him to run for the union rep of their division of that factory, right? And he said, hell no. He said, if you mean I got to stand up and try to keep so and so's job, even though he calls in sick twice a week, and you're going to have me go up there and fight for him to keep his job? Hell no, I am not interested. And, so that union protected the automobile. UAW, in my opinion, was not a good union for that reason. I mean, I understand. Say, okay, if you got a drinking problem, here's what we do: we'll send you and get you treatment. The union will. After the treatment, when you come back to work, it's a zero tolerance. If you are caught drinking or drunk at work, you're gone for good. That's fair. Oh, yeah, I never thought of that. I bet there is. Yeah, in Europe, there is no way on hell I would fly out of this country. Because the worst case scenario, if you get stranded, you can rent a car if there's any available and drive your butt home. Well, if you got a credit card, that is. And I'm over it. I think the World Supercross happens this weekend too. Let's check Racer X. See what they got to say about that. Yeah, it don't look like anything. Yeah, it is this weekend. Buenos Aires City GP World Supercross opener. Here's the track map. That's cool. What do we got? Oh, that's a good looking track, actually. The soil looks real good. Make sure we got the volume down. There we go. Okay. Gonna need a bigger boat. Yeah, train ride. Is the 1000 this weekend, is it? No kidding. Very cool. I think there's some live coverage of it on YouTube. I'll have to Google that or YouTube search that and find out. But I know I'm almost positive there is. There was of the 500. I know that. The best part about the world supercross races over in Europe and stuff, they do them in big like soccer stadiums, so it's huge and they can make a giant track. Some of them. Yeah, trophy trucks. Yep. I know you've seen it, Terry. The movie Dust to Glory. Mouse McCoy solos the 1000. That really good movie. Even if you're not a dirt bike or Baja fan, it's a pretty good watch. Because he gets loopier and all get out, man, late in the race. I have no idea what that says. Let's see what whoever does these track graphics definitely don't have a rhythm section, table off. Ooh, big triple jump in the corner. That's cool. I wonder if you can watch this. I bet you can if you pay for it. I have to look that up and see. Not that I can pay for it, but I may be able to find someone that's bootlegging it. Because I think Hayden Deegan's debuting on the 450 this weekend at the World Supercross race. That's what I think, anyway. Okay, let's see. They usually have an article on how to watch, whatever race. Buenos Aires City GP 7:30 p.m. Yeah, how do we watch it though? That's the question. Let's see if we can figure it out. Aaron Pleasant previews 2026. As I'm feeling right now, I'm feeling 100%. Yeah, that's cool, man. I don't. Oh man, did that Julian Boomer or whatever Beauamer? He got hurt. Damn. I don't see anything tells me when it comes on. Good morning, Misplaced Country Girl. How are you today? It's nice to see you. That's the 15th. This is it. News right there. Let's see. Okay. My nose itches. Huh. I'm going to sneeze here in a second. I can feel it. I hate when that happens. It says Sheenan, Blair, and someone else, some blonde chick that looks real nice, are the broadcast team. So evidently it is being broadcast. How can you watch it? You need to find that out, Terry B. How can we watch the World XS race? There's got to be some way to watch it. And they don't have anything on here about probably Racer Productions, man. They're such dicks. Probably because they're not promoting it. They're not going to tell you how to watch it. I told you how to watch the one in Abu Dhabi last year, though, didn't you? Fuckers. Okay, I'll spend some time out. I'll spend some time doing that. It's on Bug TV. Yeah, if I can find it, I'll put it on here. I'll put it on I'll put it on the PC screen, and I'll go live and turn my laptop where it faces the PC screen and let people watch it. I think that's illegal, isn't it? What time is it? 6:16. I'll definitely be ending at 8 o'clock today, if not sooner. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save everybody. Everything but how to watch. You pieces of crap. Uh-oh. TV and streaming to be announced. Check back for the full schedule. Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't been at least, given warnings or nothing from YouTube. Peacock streaming it? No way. I'm liking that because I have Peacock actually. Let's see what we got here. My stomach's grumbling. That's crazy. There we go. Let's go. Sports. Let's see. Live and upcoming. Go this way. See if we can find Supercross. I know it's in here somewhere. There it is. Super Motocross. That's not the same. Okay, go back here and just have to see if we can find it. Sports for you. I'm looking, Terry. I ain't found it yet. Live and upcoming. I don't know how far out that'll go for us. Not a lot of soccer, it looks like. There must be some kind of soccer thing going on. Like World Cup or not World Cup, but there's some big soccer thing going on, it looks like. Notre Dame plays Navy this week, huh? How many years have they done that game? It's a long time, I think. On Peacock, Baja, I don't know if that would be cool. I know they do really good coverage on Dakar, because I like me some Dakar. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I always follow the Dakar rally. I think it's cool. If anything, there may be some, like small team or something that's broadcasting live why they race Baja too. What's the matter, Teal? Hold on, I'll be back. Somebody wants out, I think. Come here, honey. What's the matter? The Score Racing Channel? Yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, Truck Live always has a bunch. I agree. Man, I just don't know. Blake Lively. I liked her before she won $160 million. Now I love her. She's fine. Huh. Man, what was it I needed? I can't remember now. Dang nabbit. Oh, I know. I need a crock pot. That's what I need. I got to get one. I got a bag of beans and I need to stop and get some ham hocks or something to put in it, but I'm going to make a pot of beans this weekend. Mm-hmm. Come on, Teal. What's the matter, honey? Huh? Come here. Man, I got to get somebody to help me cut her nails. I got that medicine to make her really relaxed. Yeah, Denise, I'm with you, man. We needed a crock pot. I always just forget to order it until I get ready to make something. And I need to do that. And I don't really need a great big one because it's just me and Mom. Man, this bag of tangerines I got at Walmart the other day, they suck, man. They're not sweet at all. And that's a travesty, in my opinion. Baja's next weekend. No worries. Now we just got to find out where we can watch the World SX at. Huh. Ex-NFL star Antonio Brown in custody on attempted murder charge after Dubai extradition. He must have skated over Dubai when he realized he's going to be in trouble, not realizing they had extradition. Should have went to Cuba. Oh, really? Buy one get? Are you kidding me? Heck yeah! I heard about this Instapot thing, but I don't know anything about it. And the faster part don't really matter. I mean, that's the whole idea behind the crock pot is to put it on in the morning and let it cook all day. And I suppose you cook a pot of beans in the crock pot. I don't know. I could be mistaken. Oh man, I think I will go get me a couple tangerines though. I like them. What I done, I stopped and got a bag of them at the dollar store because they're sweet, but they're little bitty things about the size of a golf ball. I don't know where they come from, but they're real small. No, 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 no. Pulled pork from raw to eating in 9 minutes. It's a pressure cooking. Okay, I'm with you now. I understand the concept. Okay, I'm with you now. So you can do it both ways. You can use it as a slow cooker or make it like a pressure cooker. Interesting. I remember when I was a kid, Mom used to pressure cook something. I can't remember what it was, though, for the life of me. It had a little thing on top of it. You know what I'm talking about? A little pressure relief valve thing or something. Excuse me. Oh, but I was really bummed about the tangerines being bitter. I don't even know if bitter is the right word. I don't know what word you would use, but whatever. Wrong button. There we go. See how little those are? Look at that. No bit anything. You fit in the palm of your hand like a golf ball. Yeah, the one Mom had was real big too. She may have been canning when she was using it. I just know she one time when I remember being a kid and her using the pressure cooker for something. Because she told me to stay away from it. I'm the kind that would have probably blowed the house up or blowed myself up getting close to it, knowing me. Yep. And these tangerines sure don't peel like they used to when I was younger. Hell is wrong with stuff these days? Was it because they pick them uh, so long before they're ripe to ship them from whatever country they come from to here? That's the problem, man. Go back to growing stuff and making stuff in America. Forget the rest of the world. But actually, it's all a bunch of greedy CEOs and stuff that cause that stuff. Got to keep the profit margin up. Well, at what point does the profit margin level off and you just accept the fact you're making a profit? You know what I'm saying? Isn't there a point that happens? Because otherwise, you're, hey, Nubby, what's up, bro? Like candy and stuff like that, it keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Well, now they got the share size, which was actually a regular candy bar when I was a kid. So at what point do you eventually get it to the point where no one wants to buy it anymore because it's so damn small? I hadn't really paid attention for a while, but I was looking at candy bars like almost $3. I'm like, really? It sure sucked to be a kid today. That'd take a whole lot of pop bottles to get a candy bar. Back when you could go out and hunt up pop bottles and take them in for a dime a piece. Remember that? I remember that. Tangerine. I had a see, it's got the stuff stuck on the side and everything, so I got to go through and scrape it all off before I eat them. I know you probably don't have to, but I do. I know I'm anal retentive and need serious counseling. I understand this, but ain't nobody got time for that. There we go. Yeah, I know, man. It just amazes me how much gas station can in the same way at the dollar store or whatever. There just ain't. I don't know. Could you imagine being a kid and going, Mom, can I have $3? I want to get a candy bar. Really? Okay, I always wondered about that because I know when I made pickles that one time, we just hot water canned them because we knew they weren't going to last very long anyway. But I just remember, so green beans would be one you would use the hot canning system for, right? Because I think that's what Mom canned mostly of was green beans. Which I like green. I didn't even make a pot this year so far. I don't think it's too late now to get the fresh ones that stands on the side of the road. Even though a lot of those up here come from Georgia, local grown, and then you see that big box in the back of their truck. Like, local, huh? Where'd that big box come from? It's like it says Georgia on it to me. Yeah, pressure can. That's what I thought. Well, Denise, if there's ever shit hits the fan situation and the world goes back to the old days, there ain't no electric or nothing, I'll come and get you and help you and let you live in our compound. You can be our canning person. And in turn, you will have a safe place to stay and food to eat. It's fair trade. Yeah, no, what we done was we made them all, and then, if I remember correctly, you had the lids on or something and put them in the water, and it got hot till the lid went poof, and then you knew it was, you could put the other lid on or something like that. It's been a few years back. I don't remember for sure because it was the first thing I ever canned myself. Kind of like my cooking ability, it lacks. I really wish I had learned to cook better. Oh, yeah. I seen these old guys one time now where we used to go bluegill fishing. They were crappie fishermen and they would catch a mess of them. And I asked the old boy, so what do you do with those? He said, oh, we grind them up and can them. Not the whole fish, just the meat itself. You know what I mean? I was like, really? And I never bothered to ask him what he'd done with them after he canned them. You know what I mean? But I've always wondered, well, what'd you do with them after they were canned? How'd you fix them? I suppose you could do them like salmon patties and stuff like that. I don't know. But I wish I would have asked him now. Yes, I do. Yeah. Na, 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 na. Trying to tell everybody about somebody who will save your soul. Let's see what we got here. Sweet or not? Mm. Yep, that'll work. That dog will hunt. Mm. Not very exciting today, am I? I don't know. Well, talked myself out early, I guess. Got to be in here in the early club to get all the talking, I reckon. The late bloomers just get this. I'm sorry, I'm just having a bad week. It'll get better. And there we go. Someone text me. I'll get to that after I get done scraping the goop out of this orange, the stuff that's stuck to it, so as I can edit. Eat it, eat it, eat it. That's what she said. There we go. Look. Good morning, J-Dog. I got standards, brother. Now, put that back on there. So what's everybody's plans this weekend? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good one right there, Uncle Lou. I forgot all about that. Mom used to make that. A Krabby Patty. Nice. Morning, morning, Mikey. We're going to have a Krabby Patty today. Krabby Patties and fried cornbread. Oh, I got a runny nose, man. But yeah, I could just picture the fish canned. You know what I mean? For some reason, I picture it in my mind. Oh, no, that looked very appealing. But at least you know it. Instead of freezing them, they probably last longer. But then again, when we freeze our bluegill, we freeze them in water, and hell, they last forever almost that way. No, we were just talking about that, Lou. I'm getting ready to order me one. I should have done it weeks ago, and I keep forgetting. But that's what I'm going to do. When my next check comes, I'm going to order a slow cooker. Yeah, I did too. Actually, here I did. It got warmer. Well, the sun shines on the front of the house in the late afternoon. Okay. I need to drive over by where my brother used to live outside of Cicero. There's a farm out there, farmhouse and barns in the middle of nowhere. Little garage sits off to the side of the house, and they make homemade noodles. Where right now is not the time to go because they're super busy, but their noodles are awesome, man. I used to stop every year and get them for Thanksgiving on the way to my brother's, and so we could cook them up. People. You're a sick man, J-Dog. Get help. Hey, Brian B. How are you, buddy? Probably a little cold to be out writing tickets for people's messed up yards, isn't it? I had to work at the city sanitation one time, part-time job, summer hookup, because Mom done all the politicians' ads. And the one time I was doing it, we were the ones who had to go pick up all the stuff from the yards that people got the tickets for, like what you do, tell them it's got to be cleaned up or whatever. Well, after X amount of time, if they didn't clean it up, they sent us out. We cleaned it up and they paid for it, whether they wanted to or not. Well, a lien got put on the house. I don't know if whoever was living there paid for it, but somebody did before they could sell that house. Eric, you're a sick human being also. I'm just saying. Shit. Dropped a perfectly good piece of orange on the floor. Let's see. Yep. Can't eat that. Name of the place like the Brian goes to. Driving to paradise. I've been there. Every day. It's another day in paradise. That's what I tell the guy down at the store. He asked me, how you doing? I said, just another day in paradise. If this is paradise, I'd sure hate to see hell. Go. Oh, really? So you guys got people that have to go do that too? Yeah. Sometimes I got to pull the wood chipper out, and they would cut branches and stuff out, and I'd throw them through the chipper, which I always thought was fun because I think I was throwing people I hated into it alive, slowly. Oh man, too many Stephen King books back then. No, I'm feeling man orange. Yep. Yeah, I decide I'm just going to have to eat these without scraping all that crap off of them. It just takes too long. I'll just get the real big pieces off and then we'll not worry about it, I guess. It's good fiber, helps you poop. Speaking of which, Eric, you getting ready to come up here, are you, buddy? You at work yet? You used to let us ride to work with you. I don't know what happened to that. That's where big books in the street, so much detail. The first novel I ever read, actual, grown-up person, adult novel, was The Stand by Stephen King. It's almost 1,000 pages. It was the first book that ever caught my attention where I stayed, and read the whole thing. And I've read it 2 or 3 times now. But then I actually found one that was better than that, called Swan Song by a guy named Robert R. McCannon or something like that. It's kind of along the same genre, only it was a nuclear war. And this was 30 years ago, before this whole apocalyptic craze happened, that everybody writes about now. He was ahead of his time on that genre. And I'll give him credit when they made the TV movie about the Stand, like 3-part series or whatever. They done a good job on that. The guy they cast as the bad guy, Randall Flagg, they nailed it. By nailing it, I mean he looked like what I pictured in my head when I was reading it, the first time around. But the one called Swan Song is about like the survivors of a nuclear holocaust or whatever. And one thing I remember about it is some people had taken over like a Walmart type store, and they had made it like their fortress and everything where they hung out at. And they were all like escaped insane asylum people, right? So they had all kinds of crazy stuff going on in there, and people would accidentally wander into the place and they would, become captives, and they would make them do all kinds of crazy stuff, like games, like Olympic games, only the kind that you actually died if you didn't win type thing. It was cool. I'm a sick person though, so. But man, I haven't read a novel in so long. I am reading the bestseller right now, though. All-time best-selling book in history. The Bible. On. You're killing me, man. Hold on, I got to wipe the orange juice off my fingers. There we go. Good morning, sunshine. How are you today? Huh? There you are.
Good morning.
Let it snow on Uncle Lou, not me. Okay, I was about to say, you asking for snow here, I'm kicking you off this screen. God, I don't know snow yet. I still got stuff. Actually, I got to go out and put some stuff in the garage. I left the shop vac sitting out there yesterday.
Morning, Denise. Morning, Tim. Morning, everybody.
Good morning, sunshine on my shoulder. Makes me happy. What up, brother? What you doing today? Same S, different day?
Friday.
Yep, that's the best part, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Payday
I don't
Friday.
have to be here. I don't have to be here tomorrow, and I can lay on my pillow longer tomorrow.
That's right. Get up at 9 and actually get up at 8:45 and watch College Game Day at 9.
Yeah, you got to download another app because you can't watch it on YouTube TV.
Why?
They're in disputes with Disney.
Oh, really? Disney owns ESPN?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Nope. I don't.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to that stuff. I didn't know that, really. That sucks. Yeah, that sucks a lot, actually.
Yep, but Pat McAfee dropped an app that you can use for free to watch it.
Really?
Or you can watch it on his X account.
Really? That's cool.
Yep. That's what he did last week. He simulcasted it on his X account. That's how I watched it.
That's cool. I'm surprised they let him do that.
What are they going to do? Sue him?
Well, they could, yeah.
Wouldn't be the first person that sued him. That's what he said.
Yeah, exactly.
And it probably ain't going to be the last.
Nope. You
mean to tell me I put that in the caption and I get no response from him? I know he's here.
Yeah, I got a morning text from him. A couple of them, actually.
Oh, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the old man in Iowa.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying now. Yep. The old man in Iowa. Come on, orange. Peel right. Now, there you go. That's a good one right there. Peel, peel, peel. Oh, man.
They're in Texas this week, right?
Oh, I don't
Texas
know.
Tech,
I don't know. I haven't.
BYU, I think.
Is it really?
I think
Nice.
that's where they're at.
I wonder how uh, far out they've got to schedule those. Are they scheduled like last year for the whole year? Or they?
Ooh, no, they can't. There's no way they could schedule game day for. They probably
Yeah,
got to schedule it for probably the Wednesday. Probably I'd say the Wednesday the week before. That's when they schedule it.
or at least, if not the Monday, because the trucks and everything got to drive wherever it's at. You know what I mean?
Well, they got truck stations all over the place.
Do you think?
How? There's no way in God's green earth they're going all the way from Miami all the way to Oregon in a week. You
NASCAR
know
does
what
it.
I'm saying?
Yep, NASCAR does it.
That's it's crazy.
Supercross does it.
Yes. Here's your response.
There you go, Lou.
Jesus. There's some crazy people out here.
Yep. Looks like you're driving by projects almost.
A little bit.
Hmm.
There for a minute when Brian said he's got 38 degrees, and Uncle Lou said, I can't remember what he said. I thought he said 8 degrees.
Huh.
I still can't get over that 24-year-old Dallas defensive tackle. You go to blocking and scoring a touchdown on Monday, dead on Thursday.
What's that?
The defensive tackle for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh yeah, really?
He was in a traffic violation. I don't know what kind of traffic violation. They never said. Ran from the police, got away, and then they found him in his house. The self afflicted gunshot wound.
Why on earth, if you're a pro football player, would you run from the law? You know what I mean? Unless he had a pound of crack or something in the car or meth, but
Yeah, but you're getting pulled over in Dallas, and you just scored a touchdown, blocked a field goal, and scored a touchdown on Monday. You don't think they ain't going to give you a little bit of leniency?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you run, like I said, maybe he had a whole bunch of dope in the car or something.
Well, they said he was dealing with depression because his mom just died like 2 months ago.
Oh, cocaine. Yeah, I mean, it's
But
so
that's still crazy,
yeah.
24 years old, take your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. And the cops chase him home. I wonder what the traffic violation was they pulled him over for.
I don't know. They ain't said. I ain't
Yeah,
seen it yet.
probably driving while black or something.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's crazy. And the poor kid goes home and shoots himself because he had an interaction with the law and they were coming to get him. Unbelievable. There may be a lot more going on there, though. Like you said, the depression and stuff like that. That, may just build up and, you know, The game day face and the everyday face are two different faces, I'd say.
Yeah, but still 24 years old.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Not even old enough
Making
to.
multi-million dollars in
Yep.
an NFL player. You know what I mean?
Yep. And right now, the talk of the town, hell, maybe they were going to pull him over originally just to get an autograph. That sure stuck, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And they're chasing him like, come on, man, just pull over. We only want an autograph. But he didn't know that. But yeah, either way, look at it. That's horrible. 24-year-old just lost his mom. Yeah, that's horrible.
What blows my mind is Monday he was playing against the Cardinals, even though they lost. He blocks a field goal and they score a touchdown on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Unbelievable.
I don't think there's nothing in this world worth taking your life over.
Nope. I've always said if something has got me to the point I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to kill whatever it is that got me to that point.
I'm going to talk to somebody about it.
Yep. And the NFL has a lot of help for people who will get it.
So I said, and then, you know, we being an NFL player, you know, they probably got programs for help for that.
Yeah, they do. I know my brother was doing a refi on a Colts player's house one time. And when he came to do the appraisal, there was like a lawyer or something from the team that was there that day wanting to know what they were doing and why. Because, you know, looking to make sure they weren't hustling this guy out of his money or something, you know what I mean? So they've got stuff in place that to help players if they just use it.
And that's like the NFL players with DUIs. That's retarded.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I'm an NFL player, I'm going to hire my best friend. I'm going to say, dude, you're going to drive me around.
That is my high school buddy.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be my chauffeur.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. That orange store perks me up.
Hey, looky, it's Jody.
Good morning, Jody. How are you today? I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for coming in this morning, honey. I appreciate that. I honestly do. Thank you. Red Bull and oranges don't really mix real well. You know, I sold a little boat last week, and I'm thinking
A bill
about,
popped up.
huh?
A bill popped up.
A bill? No, it's
Yeah, that's how it normally. That's not normally happens. If they know you got money, they send you a different bill.
I sold the little boat to. I need to go down and give the guy the money down on that boat down there that I'm buying. So that way, if something does come up that requires money that I don't have, I won't go in there and get it out of the safe, and you know what I mean? So I need to stop down and ask the old guy if I can go ahead and give him the money down on it, you know.
Down payment, that way you know you don't sell it to somebody else or get rid of it somewhere else.
He's not going to sell it. I mean,
make sure you get a written contract, Buggy.
Oh, yeah, I've been around the block a few times.
Well, I'm just saying, look.
I will have a receipt for the money. If I give you cash, even if I give you cash, you're getting a receipt. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you are, friend or not. You'll get a receipt. But anyway, so I think I need to stop down. The weather is bad, so he ain't been outside because he's older, and I think he has some health issues. So I think I'm just going to have to stop and pull in the driveway and go up and knock on the door and talk to him. Say, hey, man, you know, here's $500 down on that boat. Sign this for me. But then again, I was looking, and if I looked at, I need to stop and go back there and look. If I looked at the pictures correctly, that motor, you steer from the back with an arm, you know what I mean? It doesn't have a steering wheel. So then I'm like,
Tilt and trim is what it's called.
Huh?
When it's got the motor that you got to control with the motor, it's called tilt and trim.
Tilt and trim is what raises the motor up and down. But
I don't know. Uncle Lou's in here. What is that kind of motor?
It's just got an arm.
Is it a tiller motor? Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, dog,
tiller motor. That's what it is.
What is it? Tiller motor.
Tiller motor.
Yeah.
You big dummy.
I've already talked to the guy, dog, and we've got a deal worked out already.
I said tilt and trim.
And he's an old guy, and we made a deal on a handshake, and I like that. And it's a shame more people today can't be trusted with it, but this old boy can be.
Yeah.
In fact,
Jerry Jones thought he had that kind of contract with Michael Parsons. See how that worked out for him.
That's big money. That's different. I
see why Curtis.
I drove by and asked a couple times if he's wanting to sell that boat yet. And I stopped this time. I seen him outside. I rolled the window down and I yelled over, hey, man, you ready to sell that boat yet? And he looked up and seen me and he waved me into his driveway. I was like, yes. And we sit there and talked about it for a little bit. And he asked me what I'd give him for it. I said, I don't know, man. I said, whatever, you just tell me what you want for it and I'll tell you if it's in my price range or not. And he did. And I said, that's fair. And he put his hand in the window to shake my hand. And I said, all right, we got a deal then. Exactly, Funfish Fisher. That's why I'm going to write the receipt with the down payment. And that to be paid off by the 1st of April or something along them lines. I've seen that too. Just some kind of big warehouse building. They got those all over the place out here.
Oh yeah, those are where Buckeye Steel used to be. And they built all kinds of warehouses there.
Yeah, I know in our town they built 2 big ones with the projection that they would lease them out to someone. I don't know whose bright idea it was, but they made a bunch of money off the city doing it, and they're still sitting there empty. They're nice buildings, don't get me wrong, but they're empty.
That's like them putting up these apartment complexes everywhere. You know, you put up all these apartment complexes, but you don't fix the infrastructure. You know, the roads, you don't make them wider because you got to figure that's more people, more cars on the road.
Yep, that town
And
I
then
lived
you get
in.
accidents and traffic jams and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the town I lived in Noblesville before the real estate crash, everything over there was growing so
Morning,
fast
Mom.
that they had a city council meeting and two developers come in with a plan to develop these two big neighborhoods, and median value a home in the $300,000 range. I mean, these were going to be big, nice neighborhoods or whatever. And the city said no. Said we're growing too fast. We've got to get our infrastructure built, like you just said, to accept the increase in traffic and people. And 2 years later, the real estate crash happened. So the people were probably glad they didn't. They would have had a whole bunch of, spec homes and stuff like that sitting there built and no one to buy them. But I know one of the developers come back to him after the real estate crash, and he wanted to amend the land use from single family residential to multi-unit. I forget the name for it he used for it, but he was wanting to build apartments, and they said no, that's not happening. So at least it was a responsible city that said, no, first off, we're not going to approve another development until we get our infrastructure built out. And they did. And then just west, there's a town called Westfield, and it's grown, I think they said 500% in the last 20 years. That's a lot. They built a huge sport complex out there. In fact, I drove through there and didn't even recognize the place, man. Used to be just a 2-lane highway, went through it, and you went across the 4-lane highway heading on west to Franklin or Frankfurt, something like that. And now you come through the town and go around the roundabout, and it's just boom. There's just stuff built everywhere. I'm like, man.
Hey, Buggy.
Yep.
Did you get your food stamps?
Nope.
Damn. I didn't get mine. I didn't get mine either.
Think we ought to go riot at Walmart tomorrow?
Maybe I should go steal somebody's cart.
I'll just go in and fill my own cart up and walk out with it.
Now that means you're stealing from the store. You don't want to do that. You want to steal from the people, the hard-paying taxpayers that work for money that don't have food stamps.
Yeah, but what if they don't have what I like? I mean, even though
sell it on the street corner.
Even though I'm a thief, I can still be a picky thief. Morning, PR. It just now starting to get daylight. I hate the savings switch the clock shit, man.
Yeah, I can't stand it either. Stupid.
Yeah, I hate it. And I don't even care which one they use as long as they just stick to one.
Yeah, my thing is just switch it when you go back to spring forward. Just go forward a half an hour and then leave it alone. Never touch it again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm okay with the springing forward and leaving it that way. To be honest with you, I like it the other way. I think.
Well, that's why I said split the difference.
Real early.
Split the difference. Just go instead of going up an hour, go up half an hour.
Yeah,
and call it an even.
I'd rather them just change it back to the other way and leave it.
That's stupid if you ask me, but what's up, Roger?
Hey, Roger. Morning, buddy. You been doing any fishing, man? Did you get engaged or did you get married?
You got engaged.
I thought that's what it was. I wasn't positive, though.
You didn't get married yet. I didn't get no invitation. We didn't set up a bachelor party either. We got to go to Vegas.
I'm thinking more of a fishing bachelor party, an all-night fishing party. Huh.
Morning, Rick.
I think my Ethernet cord's coming today, so I can hook my printer up the regular way instead of the Wi-Fi, because it's been jacking up. Even now, when I hit print, it says printer offline, and I hit the X on it, and then it starts printing anyway. I'm like, are you kidding me? There you go, Roger. I was on the right track. Why didn't I have a fishing bachelor party?
Nah, I say we all go to Creo's house and have a crawfish barbecue.
Oh, now I'm okay with going down to Creel's and eating. There's no doubt in my mind. You know, it still sucks that they killed Charlie Kirk, man.
Yeah, now they're trying to say it's a conspiracy theory.
No.
Heading down to
Well,
Creo's.
I think it was a hit. I don't think the kid took
2
the
weeks.
shot. Whoever took
Lucky
that
dog.
shot, I don't think the kid took the shot. Whoever took that shot knew what they were doing. That's a long ways, 200 yards.
I think it is. It's not really.
Shit.
You're talking 800-900 yards. That's a long ways.
Dude, with an open sight, I was in the Army. We hit a silhouette of a human at, I think it was 150 meters. And all you could see through the sight, you know, looking through the open sight, was just a little bitty thing. I just put the top of the barrel sight part on the top of it and squeeze the trigger. I hit it every time. But yeah, now that I think about it, with a scope, it wouldn't be that bad, as long as you had something to set your rifle on where it wouldn't move or anything.
Mm-hmm. I guess now's the time to go down there. I mean, it's cold up here.
You're heading down to Creoles in 2 weeks? Heck yeah, man. Yeah, I sent him a message the other day, or commented on a post he had on Facebook or something, and said, man, dude, I got to come down there and eat. Fishing's a plus, but going down there and eating is definitely going to be the ticket. I've never had crawfish. And I'm okay with spicy food as long as it's not spicy that burns your mouth. You know what I mean? There's a difference between good spice and just stupid hot spice.
You don't want the spice that burns your mouth. You want the spice that burns your butthole, huh?
Exactly. I know jalapenos used to do that to me. I did have a lady from a little gym that opened up here in town get a hold of me on Facebook and make me an offer for like $59 for 4 weeks of a training thing. And I was like, I'll do that.
No, I'm good. Now, I found out my work pays for a gym membership.
Are
like
you kidding
Planet
me?
Fitness or whatever.
I'd be
No, I'm not.
I'd be all over that. Are you
Well,
kidding?
the one warehouse up in Delphus, they have an indoor gym
In the warehouse?
in the warehouse. Yes, in the warehouse.
Man, that'd be awesome. It'd be nice if I just had somebody that lived around me that wanted to work out.
The only kind of exercise I'm doing is spoon and fork curls.
And then I could, if I had someone around me that wanted to work out, then I'd have someone that, hey, I'll meet you there at 10 or whatever. And then I'm going to show up every time. You know what I mean? But if it's just me telling myself to go, I'll talk myself out of it in a heartbeat. I know me.
Good morning, Miss Telly.
Telly!
Amazing crawfish tacos.
I remember you telling me about that. You know,
No,
I haven't been down there for a while. Me and Dad stopped there on our motorcycle trip that time at the boat restaurant bar thing. And it was the weekend after they had the big pig, big plaster pig festival thing or whatever, where people decorate them big plaster pigs up, different big thing where they close the street and stuff, I guess. But a lot of the pigs were still lined up along the street. Good morning, Dee. Hello, Dee, my favorite person in all the catfish community.
Good morning, Miss D.
I don't know why it hasn't sent a security code for some reason. Let's see what happens here. Really? Like I would remember that. Well, fuck you, Instagram. I guess we're never going to get to log on to that again, are we?
So, Roger, you're still here? I know one of the colors for your wedding is probably going to be orange, right?
Mad Cat sponsored with Mad Cat on the back of all the people, all the groomsmen's tuxes.
I'm just wondering if the tux is going to be orange or the bridesmaid's dress are going to be orange. Or is it going to be an all orange wedding? What is that steeple thing that you have to walk, that normally a lot of people walk through when they get married? You know, that thing that goes over?
The archway thing?
Yeah. Instead
Yeah.
of that, we can make an archway with Uncle Lou rods.
Yeah. I did take, the cat had a little pole thing and it had like a little feather thing, and you flip it on a rope or a string, and you flip it around and the cat chases it. Well, I had it, just tied or taped onto a thing where the cat could play with it. Well, he tore the thing off the end of it there. So I got a couple of them little rattles like you put on your line, look a little round balls like, and you spin them and they rattle. I put two of them on a piece of string and tied them on it, and the cat goes nuts on it, man.
Too bad you didn't have one of those Barbie fishing poles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I've already learned, don't try to rig a pole or anything in the house with the cat around, because it ain't gonna happen. That's wild. Video of that bridge that the wind was blowing and the bridge was rocking back and forth and everything. Get off the bridge, you idiots. It's gonna fall.
Instead of throwing rice, you throw beet stoppers.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Gronk. The Gronkster. So it'll be a fall wedding, so we'll have lots of orange, reds, yellow, browns. Like I said, if I get to keep the rods, heck yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, let's do it.
I doubt you get to keep them.
I've been trying to get my hands on an Uncle Lou casting rod for a year and a half now, and it ain't happened.
I know where some are sitting in the garage, still in the tube.
I know, and he won't come off of them. Yep, I'd even give him double what he paid for it. Just because it would go with my spinning Uncle Lou spinning rod. Yeah, it looks gray out here too, just like what you got there. I guess I can open the blind all the way. I don't have to worry about the sun shining and making where you can't see the monitor. Yeah, I'll be right.
The sucks because I'm gonna have to get up even earlier Monday, go to work. Sad part is, I think we're getting snow before Uncle Lou's this year. That's bull crap. Well, hey, at least Mark's getting it first. Can't believe this year's almost over with already. It's crazy. Be Turkey Day before you know it. Before you know it, we'll be all sitting around the table with their family eating Thanksgiving dinner. And the next thing you know, it'll be that other holiday I really can't stand. Nobody celebrates it for what it is. Am I still here? It's awful quiet. Quiet and the chat's not moving. Morning, Sandy. So I like to say dirty toes. Hey, Had to go to the bathroom. That's a personal problem. We didn't need to know that. And that's gross. You're in the bathroom on your phone. That means you got a poopy phone. Don't drop it in the toilet. Hold on, let me get to the red light. Hold on. For you there. Have to work on it. Uncle Lou's already got a nickname for me. That old fart. Yep, that's it. Yeah, like I said, it's better than the one he gave Curtis. I'll take that over that one he gave Kurt. No, I'm not distracted, you stupid Cameron. I was reading the chat. Don't make me put my sunglasses on. Man, you know he's probably back there lurking like that other person. Two lurkers. Yeah. Hey, you know your choke collar's working. Yeah. You just sent me a thing, the Kentucky Wave. Can't. It's Buckman's channel. You could say that in chat. You you don't have to be a lurker. You can, what do they say, participate in the Bugman show. Well, since it's the holiday season, let's ask a question to the chat. Uh, what are you most thankful for this year?
guy barking at something, and I don't see it.
I hope you washed your hands.
I think he's barking at like a plastic bag blew, got hung up on a weed or something.
Morning,
Yeah.
John. Small water joggers.
Good morning, John. How are you, buddy? Thank you, John. I appreciate it, guys. Heck yeah, nothing like having to. Oh, I swear I'm going to kill that little dog, man. I swear I am. He is so close to death. He has no idea. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, let's see real quick. Not a clue.
Morning, Gig.
Gigster.
I hear you guys. I hear you guys. YouTube down there is about to get some cold weather.
I was checking out Kissimmee Fishing here a second ago.
Florida's actually going to have a little bit of winter.
Oh, shoot. I don't have a red one.
What's up, Matt?
Wabash,
Nate.
Crib. It's Friday. Hey, it's Friday for me.
Sure, there's a lot of dead deer out on the road today.
I seen a few when I was driving back from Anderson the other day too. I seen one in the field.
Sure is a waste of some good meat.
Yeah, I seen one in a field that I don't think got hit. I think it got shot and they couldn't find it. It was laying in the middle of that field, or it probably 40 yards off the side of the road, I'd say. And he was laying there dead, but I don't think he got hit. I think
He could have walked away and then passed away in the field.
I don't know what he's barking at out there. I don't see it. But he sees it because he's still out there doing it. Ain't that right, Joe? That dog needs some help. Get him some help. At the dollar store the other day. Come on, buddy, you ready to come in? All right, cool. Stop. No treat trip, by the way. All that barking, you don't deserve one. Go. And it was in kind of like a carton, the little cartons of milk that we used to get in elementary school. But it was, I don't know, it's probably 12 or 16 ounces, some kind of alcohol drink stuff, 17% by volume. You kidding me? That'll hook you up, if I remember correctly. So Brian Kelly gets fired and gets to take $50 million with him. How's that work, man?
Did you sign a contract for an extended amount of years? And when they've reached the contract and fire you, you get paid a portion of the salary that you were already owed in that contract.
Yeah, I understand the process, you knucklehead. I'm just saying.
Man, I'm just
facetiously is how does that work? It was the comment.
Yeah, we're in the wrong business, Buggy. Should have
Yeah.
been a lawyer. Should have been a lawyer or a star athlete.
Yep.
I can tell you right now, I ain't no star athlete. I'm more, unless it's like,
Oh,
oh, what the heck was that one guy that used to eat all the hot dogs? What was his name?
I forget. What kind of car are you doing the brakes and rotors on, Nate? Which I think I need to check the brakes on my car too. I put them on there a couple years ago. But when I buy brakes, I buy the lifetime guarantee because I know I
Com-
keep most of my vehicles a long time.
Competitive eating.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name though. Little guy. Huh. Man. Heck, Jimbo Fisher from the Aggies got fired. He got 77 million.
Yeah, must be nice to make that kind of money.
I couldn't imagine. I just take a 16th of it. I would be happy. Hmm. See, Mr. Kelly, it don't matter. You got fired, but shit, you get $50 million. I'd retire and go have fun. You kidding me?
No, he'll go sign a contract with somebody else.
He better go coach a high school team. There ain't nobody else gonna hire
Mhm. You'd be surprised.
him. The little cat decided it's a good time to play with the little rattle thing I made him. Oh, too much. Oh, what the heck? I think I know what I need to do. Is go buy me some tannerite and go out to Sonny's with the rifle and blow some stuff up. That always makes you feel better. Me, anyway, it does. Uh-oh, you froze up, Irk. Miss Nate's answer. I was looking at something. Says I get to do brakes and rotors. Nate, what kind of car? If you're still around here, I'm sorry, brother, I didn't see it. I was messing with a barking dog. What are you whining for? You didn't even go out. That's cool. Oh, it's got an integrated gas mask. No way. Good Florida orange juice. Yep. I remember when I don't know if they still do it or not, but you, when you come in the interstate, the first visitor center in Florida, you'd get a free cup of orange juice. Mm-hmm. Oh man, I got heartburn. I even uh, took my stomach medicine this morning. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mama, don't let your babies grow up be like me. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Let's see here. What would Jesus do? That's the question you have to ask yourself. You want to go out there, or are you just going to lay by the door, honey? Huh? You want to go out? You want to go outside, or you just want to lay by the door for a while? Huh? Tell me. Okay. Let me know if you decide you want to go out instead. Anita Bryant. Yeah. All the orange groves are condos. Yeah, no doubt, dude, for sure. So now all the oranges come from what? Ecuador or someplace like that. I don't know what you're thinking, but whatever it is, it's not right. Okay, that'll work. Well, I reckon it's about time to call it a day, guys. I didn't see Eric went out, and it's 7:43. That's probably close enough. What do you think, everybody? What do you think, everybody? And tripping the Wayback Machine. I've been there. If I could take a trip back to the 80s and stay, man, I'd do it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I think it was on Facebook or something yesterday. Somebody said something about that. And one of the people's like, oh, I think it's okay now. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Send me back to the 80s. Mr. Peabody. Who you talking to, Mr. Peabody? Anita Bryant. Wow. Yeah, that is a throwback, isn't it? Anywho, yeah, I'm gonna have to end this. Yeah. Um, I got to get busy, or I'm gonna get tired sitting here. I know me. So let's see. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Oh wait, Lisa Elliott, you just came in. I was just closing everything, honey. But I'll hang around for a few minutes. I can't just go out on like that with you. You know what I mean? Let's see here what I can do for us today on my way out. All right, D, you too, honey. Thank you. I'm getting ready to. I'm going to send this out here pretty quick, actually. I was thinking, I can't remember what it was I was thinking now, and I hate when that happens. I seriously hate when that happens. Let's see. I can't remember. Where's it at? Where did I put it at? I don't remember now. Psalm 7. Lord my God, in you I have taken refuge. Save me from all those who would pursue me and rescue me, for he will tear my soul like a lion, dragging me away while there is no one to rescue me. And by he, I'm pretty sure he means Satan. Yeah, I would say that is who he's talking about, wouldn't you? Psalms 5:4. No evil can dwell with you. Rejoice, all who take refuge in you. Sing for joy forever. I'm just going through a couple of things I got highlighted. There we go. All right. I guess that's enough religion for you guys today. And one more on the way out. I like this one. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or in dread of them. For the Lord your God is the one who is going with you. He will not desert you or abandon you. You can live the weekend knowing that that's not going to happen. God won't abandon you. And with that being said, Jody, thank you for coming in today, honey. I greatly appreciate it if you're still around there. And I'll holler at you. See, and I think that's about all I got. And thanks to everybody. I'll see you Monday, maybe. Toodaloo.